hope you're well. J.M. Wood, Honeybees and Sandcastles. This is a honey hole farm. I'm coming to you from very first part of May. I've got a queenless hive that's packed with bees. They are hopelessly queenless. What I'm going to do this morning is actually add a brand new nuke that I just went and picked up. It's got a VSH Queen, so she's Varroa resistant. Apparently, I've never had one, so I'm excited about putting it in here. But I'm going to try this a different way of introducing her. I know it's a little dangerous, but I'm going to give it a try, and hopefully it pans out and we can keep making some honey here real quick. All right, stay with me. Now we're going to pop this one off, and I'm going to make room. Look at all these pretty bees. I mean, look at these bees. Tons of bees. Now, the weather's not perfect for this, and they're probably not going to be real happy. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give them just a little bit of smoke here. I'm going to pop this off. There's no queen in here. I checked on it yesterday. I'm going to take this queen excluder, lay it down. Now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take anything that looks like honey, and they're starting to bring in the nectar pretty strong, and I'm basically going to move it to the upper part of that second box, so I can see some nectar going in there. Beautiful. All right, so let's take this one and move it out here, and I'm basically just moving these to the outside of this first box. Now here's brood. I'm going to take this brood, and they'll stay on the brood, and I'm actually going to move it a little bit right there. All right, so I'm going to leave these without bees on them, and I'll show you one in a second. This is the way I'm going to do it. All right, let me just put this above the brood right there. That'll encourage them to move up at some point, but what I'm trying to do is do this where the queen, here's more nectar, so that's a nectar frame. I'm going to put it on the outside. See what we got here. Nectar, a little bit, oh, that's nectar. Okay, now here's what we want. I'm just keeping on loading these, and what I'm going to do then is take these and push them to the outside. That's nectar. I'm throwing these out. I'm simply going to push these to the outside and make room for the nuke on the middle of this bottom part. And I know I'm direct introducing her. I get it. There's some brood. I'm going to put that brood right up here. They'll tend to stay on it. Keep it warm. Let's see what else we have. All right, I mean, this thing's got a ton of bees. A little bit of brood. All right, let's take this. Slide this to the outside. And then what I'm basically going to do is introduce this entire nuke to the, see, they're drawing it out nicely. All right, so here's what we'll do. I'm going to take this and put it, since there's not a lot of bees on that frame, I'm going to put it to the inside. Okay, now here we go. I'll smoke them down just a touch. I'm leaving this box right where it is. That way they don't get disoriented or anything like that. I'm going to pop, all right, girl. I'm going to pop this box open. Here's our nuke. Okay, perfect. Now, all we're going to do is very easily take these out without messing up our queen. All right, let me get a little bit better leverage here. There and there. We'll get the first one up nice and easy. Now look at this brood all over it. Alright, this should be marked. This one's got lots of pretty bees. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this one right here. Will these bees potentially do a little bit of fighting? Yes, maybe. But there's a lot more bees around this queen that'll protect her, and I'm not putting other bees. There's a ton of little eggs in here. Eggs, gorgeous. All right. And what I'm hoping to do is put the queen right in the middle if and when we see her. Hopefully we will see her. She will be marked. All right, come apart there. Not the day to do this, but it's about to rain. Look at all these eggs. Look at all of this. Beautiful brood. Nectar. That is gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna just slide this one on the outside here. All right, here we go. I'm hoping to see one on here soon. Let me see if it's on this. See, it's on this outside. Heavy brood. Tons of brood. Tons of brood. Wow. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's have some room right in that middle part. And if I see this queen, I'm probably going to give myself a little bit more room. All right, drawing it out. Drawing it out. Okay, I haven't seen her yet, but she's in this box. So here's what we're, because there's eggs I've already seen. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I am just going to slot this one nice and easy. Right down in the middle. All right, so now, yes, we've got a combined box. I'm going to take this. It's got all the rest of the bees. I'm just going to dump them in. All right. Our box is basically empty. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to take a queen excluder like this. Put it right here. Queen's in the middle. And here, protected by those bees. There's new bees on each side. It's open in the middle. I'm going to take this. Set it right on top. But that way there's nothing pressuring her coming down trying to attack her. They're on the sides. And there's masses of bees around her. Okay, let's button it up. Okay, well that was pretty quick. That's a little bit different way to introduce a nuke to an existing queenless hive, but that's how I do it. So they'll work it out inside. There's enough bees there to make sure and protect that existing queen, and so before you know it, all that brood will start hatching. They'll never know this wasn't the queen that laid them. So, hey, if you like, subscribe. God bless.